What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is TracyJvmes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you guys can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about my experience living in Atlanta, why I moved here, how has it been for me, how has the work been, what do I do for work, dating, going out, restaurants, everything that I have experienced while being here in Atlanta. So let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so as some of you may know, I moved to Atlanta in 2020. If you haven't seen my coming out story, you should definitely go and check that out. But what I did not mention in my coming out story is that the reason why I moved to Atlanta in 2020 is because I met someone and we decided that we wanted to live together and be in an intimate relationship. So that was like the push for me to go ahead and make the move to Atlanta. I've always wanted to move to Atlanta, especially since I was like in high school. Honey, I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. I was like, I'm going to Clark Atlanta. I'm moving to Atlanta fresh out of high school. You know, I wanted to be here because as a young black gay man, and I don't want to make it all about just being black and gay, but for me, as a young black gay man, at the time, Atlanta was like the place to be for like the black gays. Like all the popular events happened here. Like you were able to be free and be yourself here. It wasn't taboo to be black and gay in Atlanta. So it was like, you know, and it was also kind of close to where I'm from. It's like only a 2-hour drive from where I grew up. So I was like, I could still kind of be close to home. I can move, experience something new. But life had its other plans for me, so I didn't move to Atlanta right out of high school. So I moved here in 2020. I met someone on Instagram. We decided we wanted to be in a relationship. We moved in together. Mind you guys, there was a 16-year age difference. I know. It's like, Tracy, what were you thinking? I was so young. I was 22 years old at the time. He was 38, and we decided we wanted to be in a relationship. Looking back on that, it's almost like, wow, like, Tracy, are you serious? But I've always been attracted to older guys. And mind you, he looked damn good. Like, and 38 is not old in my opinion. Like, even though I was 22, it was just like, you know, okay, whatever, like, you're 38, so what? We grown. But like, for real, I've always been attracted to older guys. I think it may have something to do with daddy issues. Not having my father growing up and kind of sort of being attracted to that older, mature figure. And, you know, with me being attracted to guys, it's almost like that's kind of like the parallel to that. I don't really know. I need to do therapy, honestly, to kind of break down some things in my life and why I do the things that I do and why I think the way that I think. Because I really think that would help. So we might, you know, try to find a therapist real soon. But I've always been attracted to older guys. And so it wasn't like far-fetched for me to like be attracted to him and wanted to get to know him and wanted to be in a relationship with him. So, you know, when he offered me to move in with him, I was like, absolutely, yes. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get up out of here. So we moved in together and it was good. It was a good relationship while it was good. And, you know, when it had its times of not being so good, it wasn't good. And we were almost together for a year. We ended up ending our relationship like right after Christmas in 2020. I moved to Atlanta in February of 2020 and we ended our relationship shortly after Christmas, like literally right before the new year. And yeah, like that's how I got to Atlanta. And as you guys may or may not know, I drive trucks, so I'm a CDLA driver. And so the job opportunities in Atlanta are endless, local, regional, over the road. So I was able to find a job really easily when I moved here, making great money, was able to afford, you know, being in a relationship and being able to do my part of the relationship. And so when we broke up, moving out was not an issue. I was already saving money. Like, y'all listen, I'm very smart, baby. I told y'all I'm strategic. I'm very smart. So I already had like money saved. Like I was prepared to do the move and stuff like that. And so when we broke up, I got my own place. I was, you know, living single, doing me. But yeah, so it wasn't like a hard transition for me. Like I wasn't codependent on him at all. I was still able to find my way and have my own. But what I will say is that welcomed me into a whole new world because I was no longer in a committed relationship. I was single, so I was more susceptible to dating and, you know, experiencing other people. And I will say that I was like a little tad bit gullible because I thought that every situation was gonna be like how I met my ex. Like they were gonna fall in love with me, we were gonna move in together, we was gonna live a happy life. But baby, was I wrong, honey. So after I moved out and I got my own spot, probably like mid-January of 2021, I started to like date around. And what I will say about it is that I'll speak for the guys I've dated. And I don't know if this is what I attract, but most of the guys I've dated, they never really truly know if they want to be in a relationship with me, or they like the idea of just, I don't really know what it is, because it's like they say one thing and do another. And it's like very hard to tell like if you're being serious or if they're being serious or if it's like really what you want from me. So it was always like very short-lived, and I have a very low tolerance for like uncertainty. Honey, I have my life already planned out. I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know what I want my man to look like, how I want him to treat me. And so it's like if you're not aligning with that, I'm not gonna waste my time. So maybe I just haven't really given the guys an opportunity to like really fully date me, because I'm like so quick on my feet. Like, what are we doing here? Time is ticking. Like, you know, like what is it? And I think a lot of times guys use the dating phase as an excuse to drag their feet. And I don't want to be dating you for like several years. Like, I want to know that we're progressing in a direction in which we're going to be in an exclusive relationship, and this is what you truly want, and you're not just here because I look good to you and, you know, I give off this sex appeal and I'm very confident in my body. Because if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, that's where all the magic happens, in the DMs. Guys hit me up in my DMs on Instagram all the time, wanting to slide, wanting to pull up, wanting to do all this other stuff. And I kind of see right through it, because I'm like, first of all, you're DMing me after 10 o'clock. And you're only responding to like videos where I'm half naked, or I'm being sexual or sensual or confident. And let me just say this. I know people might think when you post things like that on social media, you're seeking attention, but I truly just love my body, and I love the way I look when I look in the mirror. And when I put my phone out and I'm doing a story, it really is just me bigging myself up. I'm not like, ooh, yes, this gonna get them, like, yes. But I can also understand how it can attract that energy of like lust. So I'm learning to scale back on that just a little bit, so that I can welcome in what I truly want and be a little bit more poised and classy and, you know, chic and, you know, put together. But it's gonna take some time, because I just love being free in me. But yeah, so like all the guys that have like kind of hit me up is just kind of be on like temporary time, and I don't really have time for that. And I'll move on real quick. Like, I don't care if we've been talking for months. If it ain't going in the direction I want it to go, I'm like, deuces. So that's kind of been my experience so far with like dating guys. And I've had like, you know, little run-ins with guys that I've just been super attracted to, and I wanted to hook up with them, and we hook up and we're going about our business. I've done that as well. Like, I'm not an angel by far, don't get it twisted, but you know, it's still things that I want. I just haven't been able to get that while living in Atlanta just yet. And also, I don't go out. I don't go to the parties. I don't go to the clubs. I don't go to the social events. And it's not that I don't want to go, because I want to go. I want to be on the scene. I want to mix and mingle with people in person and kind of meet the authentic person. But I don't have any like gay guy friends. All of my friends are girls, and honey, they be with their man. Like, all of my girlfriends are like booed up. They got boyfriends, they got husbands. So it's like, they ain't got time to be going out with me and soireeing in the gay clubs, okay? So I do want to kind of, in 2024, I said I want to make a goal to make more, well, to make gay guy friends and be more social and be more open to the idea of going out and having a good time. Because I'm not opposed to it. I just don't do it because I don't have anybody to do it with. So hopefully in 2024, I'll meet some cool gay guys that just want to be friends. Okay, just want to be friends. And you know, we explore the town, but I'm also very reserved and can be super observant because I have been burned by friends in the past. So I be like on edge about any little thing and I'll cut you off real quick. I don't really got time for the bull and the drama. So that's another reason why I don't really like mix and mingle like that, because I just don't want no drama. And like sometimes, baby, the drama you just can't escape when it comes down to friends. So it's like I be just fine with my best friend, honey, and my, you know, people, and I just be like in my own little world. But I want to get out of that. I want to start opening up and allowing people to be in my space and me being in theirs, and there not being any weird energy on either part. So that's one of my goals for 2024 while being in Atlanta. So what else can I say about hot Atlanta? Baby, the food is amazing. And that's why I gained weight. That's why my weight is up and down all around. The food is amazing. Some great restaurants here. Also, what attracted me to Atlanta is that Black success is very prominent in Atlanta, and you can see it and you can experience it. You can be in the same room with these people because it's really like a humble community, but also very much so like, I'm a boss, I'm winning. Like I've met several celebrities, several content creators, just in passing, like going through the mall, going to the popular restaurants. Like you can see them, you can be in their presence, and you can see that they are human and it's possible for you to be successful too. So that's very motivating. So I will say that Atlanta is a motivating city if you allow it to be and not get caught up in like the hype, because people will fake it till they make it here. They will fake it till they make it. You would think they around here making hundreds of thousands of dollars, baby. They got the nice cars, they got the nice place, they got the jewelry, they got the designer clothes from head to toe. But baby, whole time, they don't know if they're gonna make it to tomorrow. So Atlanta is, you know, like a fake it till you make it or get in where you fit in type of place. It's all about status and what you got here, from what I perceive, from what I just see on social media and just being out in general. But deep down inside, everybody here just wants to be, you know, on the next level. And I respect it, honestly. It doesn't affect me or bother me what anybody else do and what they got and what they don't got. But I would just say that Atlanta is a place where, you know, what you have is kind of where you fall into place here. And I think that's just a way to motivate you to go and get more and do it the right way. Because baby, yes, the scammers are here. Yes, those people are here, honey. They're here, they're everywhere. But I think that the way you use what you see to your advantage is what's gonna elevate you to the next level. And if you wanna be successful, those opportunities are here in Atlanta because it's just so much to do and experience and to be a part of. So that's one thing about Atlanta that attracted me, just the ability to be successful, the opportunity to connect with other Black gay people, and just having that opportunity to be free and to be myself and to, you know, still work in my career field, because like I say, I'm a truck driver, so the opportunities are endless here. I don't want to drive trucks for the rest of my life. I want to make content creating and YouTube my full-time source of income. So that is the goal of just, you know, branding myself and building myself in the way in which I want to go here in Atlanta and creating a name for myself and being successful. Like, I'm driven by success. So being able to have that within hand's reach here is also very motivating. In my opinion, when I first moved here, the rent was great for a lovely, beautiful, nice apartment. The rent prices were good. Now they're kind of out of control. I feel like in some areas they're going down, but baby, I feel like anywhere is expensive to live. Like the freaking rent is crazy now. But at the time when I first moved here, of course I moved in with someone, so I didn't have to worry about rent. But when I moved out, you know, that was during the pandemic, so the rent prices were low because they wanted to fill the apartments. People weren't paying their rent, so like you could get a place and move into a nice neighborhood, nice apartment building for an affordable price. But now things are just going up and just, it's crazy. It is freaking crazy, but you know, it is what it is. So what else can I say about this lovely city of Atlanta? I don't know. I just enjoy Atlanta for what it does for me. Like, I like to go to the restaurants. Like, I do solo dates all the time. I go to the malls by myself. I go to the restaurants, I'll get my mani-pedis. Like, I do all that stuff by myself because Atlanta just feels like, I don't know, it just makes me feel good. Like, it's not the end all be all for me. I don't want to settle and like live in Atlanta for like the rest of my life. I want to travel to a few different places and live there for a few years or maybe a month, like maybe a year or two, and kind of see what I want to do. But I do know for sure I want to move to New York really soon. But of course, you know, with me being a truck driver for my full source of income, like, I don't really know how that's gonna go. But yeah, New York is definitely on my list of places to live. I wanna live in California, I wanna live in Miami, and just see what sticks. And if Atlanta ends up being the place where home is inevitable, then it will be. But yeah, so living in Atlanta is cool. I think it is. I know people say this all the time. It's all about what you make it. And it really is. Like, I feel like anywhere you go, it's all about what you make it to be and what you create it to be. The energy you put out in that city. The city is the energy that you receive. So to me, I haven't had any like negative like experiences. I mean, I feel like dating now is just like always gonna be hit or miss. So I'm not gonna say it's like a negative thing. It's just, it is what it is. You just gotta find your person and like hang on to them and don't let them go when you do find them here. But yeah, I love Atlanta. I think Atlanta is a great city. And yeah, I don't really have nothing like too negative to say. Of course, the crime is a little out of hand, but I feel like that's in any major city. Like, there's gonna be crime, like, no matter where you go. So it's just about knowing the areas, knowing the times not to be there, knowing where to park your car, because baby, your car will get broken into, honey. So know where to park, know where to go. Don't leave nothing in your car because it's just not worth it. So yeah, the crime is outrageous, but like I said, that's with any major city. Like, the crime is gonna be there. So you just have to try to avoid it at all costs. But yeah, guys, so that's my experience living in Atlanta. I want to do a Q&A. So in the comments down below, drop a question or questions, several questions. No question is off limits. And I'm gonna answer them in my upcoming video, my Q&A. And yeah, of course, you guys know the vlog will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you guys on Sunday. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.